Going today, guys? It's Hank back with another World of Warcraft video. Today I'm going to be doing a live commentary while I do Blackrock Foundry on my Paladin to catch her up on the Legendary quest. I'm going to be talking about Legion, what I like, what I dislike, just basically my impressions of it. Now, I did a video the other day about what new information we got from DragonCon, and I talked about the things in it that I liked, what I disliked, but I don't have a video talking about just strictly everything from Legion, or like from the information we know so far, which is talking about like from stuff from Gamescom and stuff like that. Now, like I said in my Call of Duty video earlier, I'm not used to having the camera on my face, so it's going to be awkward. I'll probably get quiet for a little bit while I'm thinking about something. I'm just not used to it just yet, so give me time, guys. And if I look off to the right, it's because I have the information pulled up from MMO Champion, and I'm going to just reading it off, getting ideas for what I can talk about. Now, what I'm going to start with, what they start with, is the Demon Hunter. That's the new class for the expansion, and so far, I love it. I've been wanting Demon Hunters. They've been in the talks for a very long time now. It's always been thrown around like, oh, it would be a cool idea. And at first, everyone thought the way they went with it, with them giving them glaives, is going to be amazing compared to, if you hear Hunter, you think of the Hunter we have now where they have a bow or they have a gun or something. And like the earliest talks I always remember seeing, because I always remember watching videos about it, would be like a Demon Hunter would be a Hunter, but instead of using like arrows and stuff like that, they would use spells in the same manner as a Hunter would use arrows. So the way they went with glaives, being that Illidan, like one of the biggest demon hunters, if not the biggest demon hunter. I don't know, I have to watch Noble's video again, which I'll put in the description if you want to know more about Illidan, because I'm going to talk about him in a second. Back to demon hunters, though. Giving them glaives instead of giving them a bow or anything like that is nice, because it also introduced a new weapon type. Now, they're going to be the only ones that get to use it, which is also a good idea. Unless, like I said the other day, when they talking about the legendary, is if they take that away from other classes, which I'm not going to be very happy about. They'd also have to change it to a glaive instead of a sword. So we'll see. Another thing is they do start at 98, which I said is a good level for them to start. They can do their starting zone, get the 2 levels, and jump straight into content, which is going to be nice. It says on here it's been considered since Wrath of the Lich King, which really doesn't surprise me. They've been working on this expansion, from what I know, for a very long time, and I hope it shows. They said they were working on Warlords of Draenor for a very long time, but I don't know if it really showed. I mean, it's a great expansion, but it doesn't really show. There's no stat squish planned, thankfully, because the stat squish screwed me up from Mists of Pandaria to Warlords of Draenor. Now, I do like it, and I know it needed to be done. That way, the numbers didn't get too big. Because at the end of, or not at the end, near the end of Mists of Pandaria, when tanks were starting to have 1,000,000 health themselves, was getting pretty crazy. And there's actually, I watched a video on someone else was talking about this. I think it was Asmongold. Was talking about that numbers in World of Warcraft can't go too high before they just become like too big of a number to even like work. Very confusing. I have no clue. Up next is, they're making a lot of class changes. They're making Survival Hunters weapon or melee based, which is going to be great. I'm so excited. Hunters have always been one of my favorite classes, just behind the Shaman, which I've had forever. So giving them like basically an overhaul to one of their classes or one of their specs is going to be amazing. I think, as long as they do it the right way. It means Raptor Strike's also coming back, baby. And they're making BM. They've been trying to make BM more wrapped around pets. Like every expansion, they try to introduce something that makes it more around it. But making them, hopefully they make it, because they want to make it where Marksman has no pet at all, which basically you don't really need to right now if you spec the right way. And making BM just about pets. Hopefully they do. And Demon Hunters are going to get something like Metamorphosis. Can't really talk. Metamorphosis. So they're going to get rid of Warlocks, Metamorphosis, and give it to Demon Hunters, making them like the tank, I think. I hope I understood that right. The artifact weapons, another big thing. The only concern I have for artifact weapons is how we get them. I think that's everybody's concern though, because they said it's going to be from heroes, like the enhancement shamans and the rep paladins is going to be from 2 big major lore characters. But are they going to die? Or are they just gonna like fall, give up, whatever? Like that's what they said they're doing. So I hope not. I do not want to see Thrall like go down. If Thrall went down, like died, this game would be in an uproar. Absolutely an uproar. and I don't know if I want to see that happen just yet. Another thing I want to talk about is lore. This is where I'm going to get back to Illidan. Illidan is one of my favorite lore characters. Huge in BC, my favorite expansion. And for them to bring him back and to have him on our side, supposedly, is going to be amazing, I think. Now, you can't trust him. Obviously, it's Illidan, who's once we killed, doesn't really like us, but he has to help us fight the Legion. So, I bet at the end of it, he's going to help us up till the very end, and then he's going to turn on us. Raids today are harder than they ever have been. Raids worked out well for the most part in Warlords Journal, which they did. I feel like they could have done different content, but the raids were amazing. Definitely great designed for the most part. Which my LFR went completely the wrong way, and I didn't even notice because I was talking. I wouldn't mind them doing flying the same exact way as long as they start it at the very beginning instead of having it like 2 patches later. That's kind of where they messed up here, I think. But it's not that big of a problem at all. We need class quests. I talked about that in my other video. And we need profession quests. Can't wait to see where the Broken Isles is. Supposedly the Broken Isles are like around here. That's where I seen one map showing them. But they could put it anywhere, honestly. Like it couldn't even be on this map we have right here. Kara is going to be an important place. Kara is like, it was the first raid I ever did, seriously. And it's just like everything that's first. Like first COD I played was my favorite. First class I played was my favorite. It's one of my more favorite raids just because it has so much. You can do so much in it. It's amazing. And it's heavily lore. Lore. That's all it is. If you haven't watched like the Kara lore video from Novel, I'm going to link it in the description with the Illidan video just so you can learn more about the lore for the upcoming expansion. Because this expansion is going to heavily be based around lore, I hope anyway. Because Warlords of Draenor was supposed to be, but it was kind of like old lore. And I feel like they kind of messed some up. Like, I'm not huge, I don't know a lot about lore, I'm not Novel. But I just feel like they could have done better with lore in Warlords. But I'm not going to complain. There's no need to complain. Just my opinion. So, I think we're coming to a close for the video. That's just what I think of the expansion. Hopefully Legion turns out to be great. World of Warcraft needs it. We need to get the numbers back up, keep the game going. I'd love to see this game. I love playing this game. I love to see it live on, hopefully. Thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and please give me feedback. I've been asking for feedback on all my videos just because I need it. I want to know what games you want to see me play, what things you want to see me play in those games, like what challenge you want to see me do in WoW. I did a random class generator on COD. I'm going to be doing that hopefully more. Should be having another video come out for it tomorrow, I hope. And until next time, guys, we'll see you later.